How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a re-review. I have not had this beer. I don't think I've had this beer since I reviewed it, and I reviewed it 6 years ago. A little bit over 6 years ago. God, I can't believe I've been doing this for that long. It was one of the first Maine beers that I've reviewed, and that would be Maine Old Tom. This is a stout aged in bourbon barrels. I dug this beer when I reviewed it. It was back when I graded beers. I gave it an 89. I was a hard grader when I used to do that stuff, and because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'm kind of pumped to dive into it. I've had Maine beers here and there. I've reviewed Maine beers here and there, but I haven't had a dark one from them, I think, in a little bit. So I'm excited. So what does it say on the actual bottle itself? It says, I think it was the summer of 76. I was 5 years old, and my Uncle Tom came to paint our house. It was in this tiny town of Louisiana, Missouri, on the mighty Mississippi River, where he would take me to troll the roadside ditches to gather one man's junk, beer cans. In honor of the magnificent treasure, his beer can collection, and his spirit for fast cars, tough motorcycles, and mean smiles, we bring you Mean Old Tom. Thank you for drinking this beer. You enable us to continue to do what's right, take care of Earth and creatures that live on it, take care of our staff, and keep making better beer. Which is one of the reasons why I really have no problem with the price points that Maine Beer Company does. They're what they do. I don't mind paying that extra because I know the money's going to a good place. 6.5% alcohol by volume. This was bottled the 16th of February, March, April, May, June. So you're talking about almost 4 months old. So that's not all that old. And it's just a 6.5% stout, aged on natural vanilla beans. Ooh, I just caught my thumb. God damn it! I cut myself. I cut myself, but very lightly. I'll survive. 6.5% stout with vanilla, man. God, who would have thunk it? Give this a nice aggressive pour into this big brandy snifter. Main labeling has not changed since inception. I dig it. Unmistakable labels. Looks like a stout. Looks like a porter. Looks like a Cascadian Dark Ale. Looks like a rich malt forward beer. Let's put it that way. Pinky finger. Exactly what... no. Malted malt ball. I like my coffee a little bit darker than that kind of color. And just, dark. Low ABV dark, not thick. Just dark. Try and get a nose. I get coffee. I get coffee more than anything else on this, actually. So I'm getting a big roasted malt component that's coming off like coffee. I mean, there's a small dollop of vanilla in here. It's not big. It's not heavy-handed. Man, that smells so much like coffee to me. If you told me this was a coffee beer, or if I was drinking this blind, I would almost certainly go, pretty sure this is a coffee beer. Because that's how rich and coffee-like those roasted malts are coming off. So, big coffee component, a little bit of vanilla in there, nice roasted malts, chocolates, all the things you'd come to expect with that. But really ending on a nice roasty kind of coffee-like kind of nose on it. Very, very, very tasty little nose going on. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, that's tasty. The vanilla definitely comes through in the taste. It's not heavy-handed. It doesn't overpower the beer. It's just bigger than what you expect from a nose. It doesn't really come off as a big coffee beer in a taste. That's more of a nose thing, more just a kind of roasty, nutty kind of roastiness. Actually, in the taste, quite nice. There's an aggressive kind of bittering to it. I think that's a combination of decent amount of hops for its ABV level and also the kind of roastiness, that kind of bittering come from roasted malts. Not chocolate in it. A lot of chocolate in it. But I also confuse vanilla with chocolate a lot, so it could be a combination of a chocolate roasted malt and the vanilla making me think that. Yeah, that's tasty. You talk about 6.5%, that little dollop of vanilla, those big roasted malt tones, and come off very chocolatey in the taste, very coffee-like in the nose. So this beer's taking you for a ride. You know what I mean? It's taking for you a fun little ride from that coffee thing, light vanilla, a little bit bigger vanilla, more like roasted chocolatey kind of nutty tones on it, almost like an undersweet Nutella kind of thing going on. This goddamn fruit fly flying around, and I want to kill it. There's this one in this room, and he wants the beer. All the fruit flies want the beer. And honestly, this is just probably one of the better kind of low ABV jammers I've had as of late. Did I get them? I didn't. Oh, Anyway, watch you probably fill my beer. Anyway, that's how you know it's scorching out, hot out when the fruit flies are out. Bastards. I'm gonna fixate on it now. Anyway, but honestly, better than I remember, and I liked it quite a bit when I did the review originally, like a bit over 6 years ago. You know, when it comes to kind of traditional beers, that's kind of where I think of Maine. You know, I know they make some, bigger new school kind of IPAs, things like that. But, when it comes to these kind of low ABV porters and stouts and some traditional kind of IPAs, like they kind of really hang their head on the traditional stuff and do a really great job of it. And I don't think anybody would drink this beer and be like, this is bad. It might not be as big and as bold and as rich as you want, but it's 6.5% stout with vanilla. It's not going to be a cupcake stout from Florida or something like that. It's not what you should expect when you get on this ride. What you should expect when you get on this ride is really purposeful, well-made, clean, delicious, low ABV stout with a nice dollop of meaningful vanilla. And you get that in spades here in a very, very tasty fashion. Absolutely fantastic beer. Absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to drink the whole thing. Let's put it that way. So, yeah. Again, coffee, big bangers on the nose, and the taste, it's more of a roasted maltiness, a little bit of nuttiness, a decent amount of chocolate. The vanilla comes through a little bit bigger than the nose leads you to believe, but definitely not overpowering. It's like a third or fourth player in the beer. Nice mouthfeel, super drinkable. Is this one of the better stouts? Low ABV stouts I've had as late, yes. Mount Rushmore status, let's put it that way. I mean, I don't have a ton of low ABV stouts lately, but this one is up there, man. Very tasty stuff. Value and availability on this thing, I want to pay $9 I paid for this. I think you can get it way cheaper. I just bought it at an expensive place. I just wanted it. I have no problems with that price point. You think about it, 6.5% vanilla stout. You can get a 4-pack of cans, probably something closer to $13-14 from a lot of breweries. So this is the price point's about doubled here to a certain extent. But when you understand what Maine does and where the money goes for the brewery, I never have an issue buying their beers. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like old school stout, you like vanilla, but you want them done in a very drinkable and purposeful and delicate, for lack of a better term, manner, then you will love this. So there you go. Review the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massif. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little Maine beer right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.